It's another edition of Time About the Movies, and today we're taking a look at the films of June 25th, 1999. Only two movies to look at today, so let's go ahead and jump on into it. We'll start off with the biggest new release of the weekend, Adam Sandler starring in Big Daddy. So Big Daddy tells the story of Adam Sandler, this 32-year-old man who gets dumped by his girlfriend for not accepting responsibility and then tries to be responsible by adopting a 5-year-old boy who appears on his doorstep. Basically, if you see the movie, the trailer kind of lies to you to think that he adopted this kid, but in actuality, he just kind of shows up at his home, like a guy just drops him off. I was just like, hey, here's this kid, bye. And then it's just like, he's kind of stuck on what to do here. So the trailer kind of lies to you a little bit here, but this was Adam Sandler's biggest hit at the time, and yet it did not get the best reviews from critics. It actually was nominated for 5 Razzies and won Sandler the Worst Actor category, which pretty much tells you everything you need to know about how legitimate the Razzies are. Like they say that they cover the worst movies of the year when they clearly do not. I mean, Adam Sandler was winning the Razzie Award in a year where I'm trying to see. Let me see who else actually was nominated in this category, because I got a feeling that he was not the worst actor in that category. Hold on one second. I'm looking at it right here. Kevin Costner for Love of the Game and Message in a Bottle, which Costner was fine in those movies. Kevin Kline in Wild Wild West. Okay, I mean, why isn't Will Smith in there? Arnold Schwarzenegger in End of Days. It was not a good movie, but you can at least tell he was trying. And then Robin Williams and Bicentennial Man Jacob the Liar, which that pretty much tells you everything you need to know about the legitimacy of the Razzie Awards. Like, they can't even look at the real worst awards, or worst movies nominated. It was worst movies from that year. They have to pick the ones that they believe to be the worst movies of the year. But that's a whole other subject altogether here. But as far as the movie goes, I like it. Fine. I have fond memories of it. It was actually the first movie I saw when they built the movie theater out right around where I lived here. It was the one. It's this one that I've been going to. That I would go into for. I went to for about 14 years before eventually the one in the Monroeville Mall opened up. But that was the first movie I ever saw. It was like a discount movie night when the thing opened up because they had older releases. We didn't get to see Big Daddy yet, so we went to go see that on the first time there. And, yeah, like I said, I like the movie. I mean, I think it delivers everything it promises. I think it is funny at times. Adam Sandler is very good in here. You do like the kid in the movie, Dylan and Cole Sprouse, who would later go on to star in The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. The casting overall is really good. Christy Swanson, Jon Stewart, Rob Schneider, Leslie Mann, Alan Covert, Josh Mostel. I mean, there's a good cast involved here. Where the movie kind of falls apart for me is the ending, because we know we got to get to the moment where the liar has to be revealed, and this whole idea of him coming in and having this big court case on whether or not he should have custody of the kid or not. It definitely drags on a lot, and I don't know. To me, the first 2 acts of the film, I think, are the strongest parts of the movie. The third act is where it kind of really falls off, and it just really does not. It just doesn't live up to the same levels that the first 2/3 did. It's a shame because the movie was on its way to be something really special, but it's by the end of the second act, and then that third act happens, and then it's just kind of like. But it never gets to a point where it's like the worst thing ever. It's just kind of like. We've seen this done before over and over again, and there's really not a whole lot that's added to it per se. It's not the worst, but it definitely could have been a whole lot better, especially considering how the first 2 acts went. But for what it is, I like the film. I think it is a fine film. I think there are more than enough funny moments throughout the course of the film that make it work. And it can be sweet at times. It's a fun film. It's a film that fits the audience that it's intended for. There are funny moments in the film all the way through. Some good one-liners in there. I mean, the trailer has some of the better lines from the film in there, better moments in there. Like when he's asking the guy, "Where's he going?" Manhattan. Hey, you want to take me with you? And this guy's just like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" And then the Halloween scene where Adam Sandler just goes into this guy's house out of nowhere, and the way that scene plays out in the movie is actually pretty funny. And I mean, there's a lot of that in this movie. It's fun. There's a lot of charming moments in there. If that third act had been a whole lot better, this probably would have been one of the best Adam Sandler films. But as it is, it's a fine film for what it is. It's one I remember with fond memories, and it's a fun movie. I'd like it. If you like Adam Sandler's work from early on, you probably like this as much as I do. So that's Big Daddy. So let's go ahead and move on to the last film we have here, Shiloh 2, Shiloh season. It's literally the same movie all over again. It's literally the same plot. You have the young kid from the first movie who rescued Shiloh from his abusive owner. Judd starts threatening to take him back again, and Marty is afraid of losing the best friend he's ever had, even after Shiloh's keen senses help save Judd's life. He refused to mend his mean-spirited ways, convincing everyone in town he's just too nasty to change. And now on a long, short gamble to keep Shiloh, he sets out to prove that just like a mistreated animal, a man filled with hate can be healed with the power of kindness. And it's the same movie as last time. It's literally the same film as the last film. And it's I don't know. Like, to me, my biggest problem with it is that it's just repeating the same film over and over again. It's just repeating the same film over again. It's just not. It's not like they're doing anything new or different about it. It's just the same movie again. Like, they do put kind of the same plot they did in the first movie. And I think, if I remember right, the third film, I think, is actually the same plot as well, I think. And yeah, the third film is literally the same thing again as well. Like, it's the same film over and over again. The same plot. Like, is the Shiloh's abusive owner comes back. He wants the dog. He wants to kill the dog at one point. It's just like, so what? Like, I don't get it. Like, why is this a trilogy? Like, it's the same film over and over again. Like, they do the same thing over and over again. It's like nothing changes in these films, and like, I just never got them. I thought the first film was fine for what it was, but it contained itself to one film. But this, it's the same thing all over again. Like, just like my thoughts on the film, it's the same thing over and over again. Like, it's literally the same plot, and I just don't get it. And I just don't get why they just couldn't do something different or unique in terms of a story. But nope, we're just going to do the same thing over and over again. And okay, I'll stop with that now. But yeah, bottom line, I'm not a big fan of Shiloh 2, and not a big fan of Saving Shiloh, so when we get to that one in 2006, you can pretty much sum up my thoughts on that one through that one, but, yeah, not much more to say. That is Shiloh 2, Shiloh season. So with that said, that wraps up another edition of Time About the Movies. When we meet next time, we'll head to 4th of July weekend, 1999. Will Smith's got a new film out, with Barry Sonnenfeld reuniting for the first time since Men in Black. Of course, it's the infamous Wild Wild West. We also have South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. One of the year's crowning achievements, in my personal opinion, but we'll delve more into that as we get to that film. And also Spike Lee's latest film, Summer of Sam. So 3 films to look at next time. We'll delve into them on the next episode. But until then, thank you very much for watching, and if you want to see more videos like this, please hit the playlist on the next page, check out the previous episode. Also, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this on this channel. So with that said, I am off. I will see you guys next time for the next episode. Until then, as always, take care.